Hey everyone, CBK here bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. Today I wanted to talk about something I've talked before about on the channel, but want to go further in depth on, and that is web swinging mechanics and physics along with parkour that I want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2. I love Marvel Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, but there is without a doubt a lot of improvements that could be made with the web swinging and traversal in Spider-Man 2. Especially with the game being developed specifically for the PS5. The power of the PS5 should be able to give Insomniac the ability to make web swinging bigger and better for Marvel Spider-Man 2. So let's swing on into my wish list. Before I get into any specifics though, I just want to say that I would love for Insomniac games to take inspiration from the web swinging in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. The web swinging in those movies are my favorite. It's so fluid and acrobatic. It's everything that I want to see from Spider-Man when it comes to traversal and web swinging. I would just love to see some sort of inspiration taken over from those movies into the next game. Alright, so first up, I would love to see an accessibility feature that lets you choose the web swinging experience that you want. Maybe a beginner's level, an intermediate level, and an expert level. I'd let the intermediate level be similar to the web swinging we got in the first game, and the expert level be a more physics-based web swinging that is a little bit more complex, but also gives players more control. There are rumors out there that there's going to be multiple web swinging options to choose from, but nothing has been confirmed. I for one would love to see more physics-based web swinging where you had to be more intentional with every move you made. A major web swinging mechanic that I would love to see in the next game is the old loop-de-loop mechanic. So many times I'll be swinging under a bridge or a crane only for my swinging to be cut off when I get too high. We desperately need a mechanic that lets you swing under and over bridges or cranes. And once you do make that loop, you can take off for an even faster and more momentum-based swing forward. Additionally, I would love to see the return of the slingshot mechanic come to play in this game. The slingshot mechanic was in previous and far less advanced Spider-Man games, so there should be no excuse for not having it in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Honestly, there shouldn't have been an excuse for not having it in the first game, but I think it'd be a fun way to really project yourself over a large distance pretty quickly. I also think that the slingshot mechanic should be able to be used not only on top of buildings, but on the side of buildings if you want to go up that building, or even on ground level where you could use it for combat. I certainly think that this mechanic is a must-have for Spider-Man 2. Next up, I just want to talk about the speed of Spider-Man. He simply just needs to be faster in every area. The web swinging needs to be faster in this game, and this shouldn't be a problem with the power of the PS5 and its ability to render environments more quickly than the PS4. Also, the web climbing significantly needs to be increased when it comes to speed. You should be able to wall climb up the side of a building without feeling like a snail making its way up a skyscraper. Additionally, I'd love to see the parkour be a little bit faster as well. Sometimes it just feels like Spider-Man's parkour moments are in slow motion. I need that to be sped up and more acrobatic. Another cool thing that I would love to see, and this may technically fall under parkour mixed with a little bit of web swinging, is for Spider-Man to have the ability to skate and slide across the street. Like, for example, let's say you wanted to attach a web to a car and let it pull you. I think that'd be really cool to have something like that in the game. Or perhaps even skate down a railing or slide across a slippery or wet terrain. We've seen stuff like this in cutscenes, but we haven't been able to manually do that ourselves, and it's something I would love to see added into the next game. Let's also talk about wall running. We need to have the ability to run down walls. It's a mechanic other Spider-Man games have pulled off, and I would love to see it in the sequel. Speaking of running on surfaces, I would also like the ability to run along the side of moving cars, vehicles, or trucks. That one is a minor one, but I'd still love to see it. Now when it comes to web swinging, there are a few things I would love to see added. First off, I think it'd be pretty cool to have the ability to climb up webs you are already swinging on. There are animations of this in the game already, but there's nothing that you can manually do to make that happen. It's already kind of a predetermined animation that Spider-Man's gonna climb up his web. Also, I love that we have air tricks in Spider-Man Miles Morales and the first Spider-Man game, but why not swinging tricks? I believe you should be able to do some cool tricks while swinging on to your web, like having the option to run on the ground or along buildings while holding onto your web. I think that this is a must-have. I also think that you should be able to shoot a web while you're already holding on to your previous web. Like as you're swinging, you should be able to start a new web line while you have the other one in your hand. And lastly, when it comes to web swinging, I think there should be an option for manual web placements. It would be really cool to actually choose what building you want to attach your web to and swing from. Perhaps you can just hold down the L2 button to slow things down and then target where you want to place your web. Those are just a few key improvements that I would love to see from a web swinging and physics perspective in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Before I go, I just wanted to give this quick shout out to my friends over at Movie Palette for sending me this amazing piece of art from the movie Into the Spider-Verse. Movie palettes consist of stripes of colors carefully chosen by a team of artists. Every stripe represents a color from a particular scene in the movie. Each stripe is put in chronological order to complete the movie palette of the whole movie on a canvas. I chose the Into the Spider-Verse palette because it's one of my favorite movies and it looks so good above my desk and next to my other Miles Morales art. This art definitely is a conversation starter, and since I've had it up, I've had nothing but people ask me about it every time they see it for the first time. If you're a lover of movies, this is a must-have for your man cave or even your office. They have hundreds, probably even thousands of movies to choose from, so I guarantee you can find one for your favorite movie. This isn't sponsored at all, I'm just giving you my honest thoughts on Movie Palette. However, they did send one out to me for free to try it out, and I highly recommend it. They wanted my honest thoughts on it, and I absolutely love this artwork. So if you want to get one for yourself, for your office or man cave, you can go to the link in the description down below and use the promo code COMIC15 at checkout to save yourself 15% off of your order. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you want to show some support. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.